What if I told you that right now, without even realizing it, your elderly parent, grandparent, or even you might be losing precious years of life, not from some rare disease, not from bad luck, but from 5 silent killers that most people ignore until it's too late? Think about it. Why do some people celebrate their 90th birthday full of energy, while others barely make it past 80, weak, tired, and just fading away? It's not just getting old. It's not just how life goes. There are hidden reasons no one talks about, stealing years from our loved ones, and today, we're exposing them. Maybe you've noticed it already. The way your dad doesn't eat like he used to, how your grandma seems just a little more confused lately, or why your once strong uncle now struggles to get out of his chair. You tell yourself it's just age. But what if it's not? What if there's something you could do right now to change it? In this video, we're uncovering the 5 shocking reasons why most older people never make it past 80. And more importantly, how you can fight back. Because this isn't just about living longer, it's about living well. So before we dive in, I need to know, have you seen these signs in someone you love? Comment, protect them right now. And if you're ready to learn the truth, really ready, hit subscribe and let's get started. First up, the biggest silent killer no one suspects. That jar your father can't open anymore, the stairs your mother hesitates to climb, that's not aging, that's sabotage. Your loved one's muscles are vanishing at this very moment, stolen by a merciless thief called sarcopenia. While you've been worrying about wrinkles and gray hair, their body has been conducting a silent massacre. 5% of their muscle mass slaughtered every decade after 30. By 60, the butcher's bill comes due in broken hips, failed organs, and hospital beds. Here's what doctors won't tell you: that natural weakness is a death sentence written in disappearing flesh. Every time they take it easy to rest their bones, another muscle fiber withers. Every meal skipped because I'm not hungry strips another layer of protection from their skeleton. We've been lied to. Frailty isn't fate, it's surrender to an enemy we could have fought. The antidote isn't in some expensive pill. It's in the weight of a soup can lifted during commercials, in the scrambled eggs they eat at breakfast, in the 5 minutes they spend walking to the mailbox instead of waiting for help. I've seen 85-year-olds rebuild vanished muscles with nothing but canned beans and chair squats, proof that the body remembers how to fight if we dare to challenge it. But this war isn't won with muscles alone, because lurking behind every weakened limb is an even deadlier conspirator, one that dries their mouth while they sleep, turns their blood to syrup, and makes every heartbeat a laborious task. The second killer doesn't come with warning signs. It comes wearing the innocent mask of a glass of water. Listen carefully. That afternoon confusion you blame on old age, the sudden dizziness they dismiss as just tired, that's not aging. That's their body screaming for water in a language we've forgotten how to hear. While you're counting their pills, their cells are slowly suffocating in a drought no one noticed. The cruelest trick of aging? By the time they feel thirsty, their organs are already in crisis. Their blood thickening to sludge, their brain shrinking from its own skull. Here's the terrifying truth doctors miss. A 70-year-old's kidneys can't conserve water like yours do. Their thirst sensors are rusted shut. That I'm fine when you offer water? A lethal lie their body tells them. One study found 40% of nursing home patients arrive severely dehydrated, not from neglect, but from biology itself turning traitor. And when the brain loses just 2% of its water, decision-making collapses faster than if they were legally drunk. This isn't about forcing 8 glasses a day. It's warfare against an invisible enemy. Set phone alarms labeled Grandma's water break. Freeze grapes into ice cubes for their tea. Watch that urine color like it's a terrorist threat level. Pale straw means safety. Dark gold means damage in progress. I've seen a glass of watermelon juice do what medications couldn't, bringing back clarity to eyes that hadn't sparkled in months. But the greatest danger isn't in what they're not drinking, it's in what they're not saying. Because behind every parched throat is an emotional drought more devastating than any physical one. The third killer doesn't attack the body first. It strangles the soul until the body surrenders. Let me tell you about Mr. Johnson, a man who didn't die from illness, but from empty chairs. That's right, empty chairs. Every unoccupied seat at his kitchen table, every silent evening where the phone never rang, every canceled bridge game. These were the real killers. Within 2 years of retirement, his world shrank to 4 walls, and his health collapsed like a building with its foundation gone. Here's what no one tells you. Loneliness doesn't just hurt, it physically rewires the brain, shrinking critical regions faster than Alzheimer's. The science will shock you. Isolation is the equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It floods the body with stress hormones that eat away at arteries. It paralyzes the immune system, making a simple cold potentially fatal. That preference for quiet we assume in seniors? Often it's not preference at all, but resignation, a slow surrender to abandonment they're too proud to admit. But here's the miracle. The cure costs nothing. A 20-minute visit twice a week can add years to their life. A dog's wet nose can lower blood pressure better than pills. Even phone calls, where you do most of the talking, create vital neural fireworks in their brain. I've seen stroke victims regain speech faster when surrounded by chatter. Watch diabetes improve with nothing but weekly bingo games. Proof that connection is the medicine we've been overlooking. Yet while we're fighting loneliness, another killer slips through the back door. One we actually invite into our homes, measure out carefully, and serve with breakfast. The fourth assassin doesn't lurk in shadows. It sits proudly in the pill organizer you fill every Sunday. Aunt Mary's medicine cabinet looked like a pharmacy shelf. Blood pressure pills, sleeping aids, pain relievers, antidepressants. 10 little bottles lined up like soldiers. Only these soldiers were fighting against her. The dizziness we blamed on aging, drug interactions, the confusion we called early dementia, side effects, the falls that broke her hip, chemical-induced vertigo. This isn't medicine. It's chemical warfare waged on our elderly with the best of intentions. Here's the terrifying reality. A 75-year-old body processes drugs at half the speed of a 30-year-old's. What heals you could hospitalize them. That harmless sleeping pill? It lingers in their system for days, slowing reflexes, clouding judgment, quietly setting the stage for disaster. And when 5, 6, 7 medications collide, the results can be catastrophic. Internal bleeding, kidney failure, hearts beating erratically like broken metronomes. The solution isn't complicated, it's just criminally underused. Demand a brown bag review. Dump every pill, supplement, and vitamin in a bag and have a pharmacist analyze them. Fight for drug holidays, wear safe. Replace sleeping pills with chamomile tea and evening light therapy. I've seen patients ditch half their medications and suddenly recover from dementia symptoms that never existed. Proof that sometimes the cure is subtraction, not addition. Yet all these physical threats pale before the silent killer that strikes first and hardest, the one that extinguishes the will to live before the body follows. The fifth reason isn't found in blood tests or scans. It's in the empty calendar pages where purpose used to live. Watch closely when an elder puts down their tools for the last time, when the gardener stops tending roses, when the teacher packs away lesson plans, when the mechanic cleans his wrenches for the final time. That's not retirement, that's surrender. And the body always follows where the mind leads. Grandpa didn't decline because of age. He declined because his hands forgot the weight of purpose and his heart couldn't bear the emptiness. Science confirms what our souls already know. Purpose is the elixir no pharmacy can bottle. Seniors who mentor live longer. Those who care for pets need fewer medications. Even caring for a houseplant can lower blood pressure more effectively than prescriptions. That rest we think they've earned? It's a slow poison. The moment they believe their story is finished is the moment their body starts writing the final chapter. But here's the miracle. Purpose can be as simple as a daily ritual. A grandchild's math homework to check, a neighbor's dog to walk, a journal to keep. I've seen wheelchair-bound patients given the job of greeting new nursing home residents add years to their lives. Watch terminally ill seniors caring for shelter cats outlive their prognosis. The formula is simple. Needed people stay alive, wanted people thrive. Now you know the 5 silent killers, not as abstract concepts, but as enemies you can now recognize and fight. Muscle wasting, chronic dehydration, isolation, medication overload, loss of purpose. These are the thieves stealing golden years from those you love. But armed with this knowledge, you hold the power to turn their decline into defiance, to replace fading with fighting. That ache in your chest when you notice another gray hair in their comb, when you catch them staring blankly at old photos, when their hands tremble just holding a coffee cup. That pain isn't helplessness anymore. Now you see the invisible battles raging beneath wrinkled skin. You recognize the 5 thieves in the night, and more importantly, you know how to lock the doors against them. This isn't about adding candles to a birthday cake. It's about adding life to their years. That glass of water you place in their hand at 3 p.m. might be the barrier between them and a stroke. The 10-minute walk you insist on could be rebuilding muscle they'll need to survive a fall. The phone call you make every Tuesday? That's not just conversation. It's fortifying their mind against dementia's siege. Start today, not with dramatic changes, but with quiet revolutions. Swap 1 soda for water, clear 1 dangerous rug, sit with them and ask about their first job, then truly listen. These aren't small acts. They're lifelines thrown across generations. I've watched daughters reverse their mother's decline just by bringing a puppy to visit weekly. Seen sons add years to their father's life simply by needing his advice again. The final truth? Aging is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Those extra years you're fighting for, they can be filled with garden soil under fingernails, with handwritten letters from grandchildren, with morning sunlight through kitchen curtains. This is the victory worth fighting for. Not just more time, but more joy. Not just survival, but meaning. And it begins the moment you decide their best years aren't behind them, but ahead. Now go turn this knowledge into action, then come back and tell me what changed. I'll be waiting. Let's be crystal clear. This isn't just another video you'll forget by tomorrow. Muscle wasting, chronic dehydration, the suffocating weight of loneliness. A medicine cabinet turned weapon, the slow erosion of purpose. These are the invisible enemies you're now equipped to battle. But knowledge is only power if you use it. So tell me, which of these silent killers shocked you the most? Was it the way dehydration masquerades as dementia? How a simple lack of protein can collapse an entire body? Or maybe the gut punch realization that those harmless pills might be stealing their clarity? Type ART1 for muscle loss, BANA2 for dehydration, BANA3 for isolation, BANA4 for medication dangers, or BANA5 for loss of purpose. Let's see which threat resonates most. And if you've witnessed these signs in someone you love, share your story below. Your comment might be the wake-up call another family needs. If this video pulled back the curtain on aging's hidden dangers for you, do 2 things right now. First, smash that like button. It tells YouTube to show this to more caregivers who are desperately searching for these answers. Second, hit subscribe, because next week we're exposing the 3 deadly healthy foods accelerating aging, and you won't believe what's on the list. This isn't goodbye, it's see you soon. Keep fighting for their golden years. Keep questioning what doctors say is inevitable. Most importantly, keep loving out loud. I'll be back next Thursday with another armor-piercing truth. Until then, stay sharp, stay compassionate, and never stop advocating for their best life.